Okay, so today we'll be installing the brand new lithium battery on my Ducati 1098S. On the right is the old lead acid battery that got destroyed by my voltage regulator, and now it's basically a piece of brick, no longer works. It is 10 pounds, has 190 cold cranking amps, and this is already the smaller of the two models that came with this bike. The 2007 one had a YT14 battery, which has more cranking amps and more weight. So finally this battery died. It's been a good battery and it's time to upgrade. I've already upgraded the voltage regulator, and now I bought a new lithium battery for my bike. Why lithium, you ask? Because this battery is only 2 pounds. It has 310 cold cranking amps. This particular model is the HJTZ14, which I believe is the 14 cell model. The one that was recommended for my bike is slightly smaller, but I like the more cranking amps. 310 again. It's slightly heavier, I think 2.1 pounds, which is still an 8 pound saving from this lead acid, and has more capacity, so just in case you left your key on for a bit longer than usual, it won't kill the battery or kill the bike. So if you go on the forums and ask which lithium battery I should buy, a lot of people would tell you to go straight for Shorai. There's nothing bad about Shorai, and if you like Shorai, go with Shorai. The brand's been around for almost as long as I've been riding motorbikes. But I think it's a bit old tech because it's still using a dedicated charger, and the purpose for the dedicated charger is to balance the individual cells inside the battery. With these newer batteries, instead, what's inside is a BMS, a battery monitoring system. So there's no longer need for a dedicated charger. You can just charge your battery on a battery tender or on your motorbike, as long as there's no desulfation mode or doesn't overcharge the battery past 14.7 or 14.9 volts. So I think that's a lot safer, given that these batteries have a BMS on board. And the other reason why is because OEM companies such as Ducati and Honda has already started adopting lithium batteries, and they did not go with Shorai. Instead, they went with a company called Skyrich, which is owned by the mother company HangZhou. And if you look at a Skyrich battery, you realize that it looks exactly the same as this one right here, the WPS for us North American folks. And then you also realize that it looks exactly the same as the Shido battery, which is for the UK side. The Magneti Marelli, I think, for the European side. And there's also the Deltran, which is a really big company. They're all owned by HangZhou, including Skyrich. And you see that all of these batteries looks exactly the same except for the top color here. And they have the exact same serial and product number as well. So what that means is I'm pretty sure this battery is the same as the Skyrich, same as Shido, and same as HangZhou battery. And since OEM companies such as Ducati and Honda use these batteries, I feel a lot more safer using this kind of lithium battery than brands like Shorai, which still uses a dedicated charger. If you like this battery, you can find the link below in my description. But like I said, this one is the larger battery of the 3 that I think was recommended for my bike. This one actually wasn't even recommended for my bike, but I checked all the dimensions and it works for my Ducati 1098S with some minor adjustments you can see here, such as a stopper and some foam padding. The battery itself actually comes with 2 clips already that you can just snap into the bottom of your battery and give you the extra make up the extra slack. As you can see, this battery is a lot smaller, sorry guys, than the Uesa in terms of height. Width and with the length, it's almost the same, but height is a lot shorter. So let's go ahead and install it now. Oh yeah, and I also bought this battery from OEM Cycle. Thank you, OEM Cycle. This shop is on eBay in the United States, and after a ton of shopping, I found that this shop was still worked out to be cheaper for the highest model battery than buying the lowest model or a Deltran battery from places in Canada such as Fortnine and GP Bikes. So check out my link in the description if you want to buy the same battery or something similar. OEM Cycle is the place to go. So what you see in front of you is the battery box and the battery positive terminal and the negative terminal. Originally there was also this piece on the bottom, it's a rubber mat, and two little rubber nubs. And that's because, like I said earlier, the 2007 model had a bigger battery. I don't know why, but they went with a smaller battery in 2008, maybe to save weight or to save cost. So they put this mat in there and the two little nubs and fitted the smaller battery in there. So now with my tiny battery, I took everything out. And there used to be two holes here for the two nubs. I just replaced it with a smaller rubber nub, you can see, that keeps the battery vertically in place. It's just the vertical height of the battery being shorter than the original battery that you need the rubber nubs to keep it in place. You can also do it other ways, such as using a zip tie. Some people use Velcro, double side tape, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, I'm just gonna slide the battery in place now. With the rubber nut, you can see that I'm gonna slide it in at an angle, so it goes underneath the rubber nub, and then I'll push down, so it'll push into the rubber nub and keep everything in place, just like that. And then you make sure your battery is not moving and it's safe and secure, and then you can go ahead and install your terminals and put your battery cover back on, and you're done. So there you have it. The lithium battery is now installed. Look at the original battery size compared to the new one now. It's amazing. The weight saving is also phenomenal at 8 pounds. Can't wait to take this bike out and see what kind of difference it makes. It also has 310 cold cranking amps, which should start up the motor no problem now. I used a dab of dielectric grease on both sides of the terminal to keep everything nice and shiny, but apart from that, install was pretty straightforward. Hopefully you liked the video. If you would like to buy a battery as well, you can check out the link in the description below. For us Canadians, I found OEM Cycle to be the best price even after shipping and duty compared to Canadian websites such as GP Bikes and Fortnine. This is also the higher end model, which has higher cranking amps, so it was a really good deal. So yes, if you liked the video, please like it, subscribe, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.